Alright, it is Sunday, time for another project. There's probably about an hour left of sunlight, so let's get to this new project. How many of you have ever heard best Toyota mod, whatever, right? The lens is always dirty. Okay, so this time I do have the best Tacoma mod. This is a problem that's been faced for all the Toyotas, I think from 2010 when this body style was made, 2010, 2015, something like that. I talked to Keola about this and finally I decided to pull the gun and do my little project. From the day I bought this car, something irritated me so much. Just bugged the hell out of me. And probably out of every single Toyota owner too. And I'll show you guys what I mean. This little compartment is so small it can barely fit anything, and I hated it about this truck. Now the truck this is the inside of the fender weld. I went underneath the truck, I looked underneath, and this thing goes all the way down to the bottom. All that free space. So my bright idea is to increase that space, make it a lot more usable, and I have some ideas of how I'm gonna do it. So first thing is to unscrew this compartment and take it off and see what I have to work with. Then I'm gonna make a template out of cardboard. I'm gonna cut up some cardboard. Then I have some scrap aluminum that I got from Keola from the junkyard. I'm gonna take that cardboard template, put it on the aluminum, cut it up, and then riv nut the inside of this thing, and that'll give me like a whole nother whatever. I can make it a foot deeper if I wanted to. Make the space a whole lot more usable. So let me get on this project. Let's start by taking off the compartment. So the first thing I'm gonna do is see if I can turn my thoughts into reality, and I'll start with taking off all the screws. Now that all the screws are out, all I do is I guess I'll just pull it right out. There you go. So this is how big that hole is in there. So my bright idea is to try to make some kind of extension piece on this thing. And once I make the extension piece, I'll cut a hole in the bottom of this guy. Then I'll screw that extension piece on, and that should be it. But for now, I'm gonna make some cardboard templates of designs of how I'd like it to look. Then I'll transfer all those cardboard designs onto a piece of aluminum that I got from Keola. So let me go and get the cardboard templates done, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got all my pieces traced out. I cut them out of made out of this cardboard. I got the tape. I put everything on. I put everything on here the way I thought I'd like it. Taped it all up and came up with this. So basically, it's gonna sit something like this. And the space that I'm gonna gain is roughly about another 5 inches going down in depth. So now that I have my cardboard traced out, I'm gonna take a piece of aluminum, like for instance from a street sign, and or a construction sign, whatever, or just go to Home Depot, buy some raw sheets of aluminum. I think they're about a 1/16 of an inch thick, or I forget how what the thickness was. But I'm gonna transfer everything onto the piece of aluminum, trace it out, cut it out, and just with a 2x4 and a hammer try to bend the angles in order to come to this kind of shape or something. So constantly banging, test fitting. I have no idea if this is gonna work. This is just something that came to my mind and I thought I could make it happen. So that's why it's called a project. All right, let me grab the aluminum and I'll be right back. Wow, that was fun. Okay, so it's cut out. Now all I have to do is file off the edges. Then I'm gonna get my 4.5-inch grinder. I'm gonna make small little incision cuts, like brake lines, relief cuts, whatever you want to call it, on the dotted lines. So once I make my cuts or whatever, I'm not gonna cut all the way through. I'm just gonna run the blade just slightly, just to kind of nick, make a little crease as if you're gonna crease a paper airplane. Kind of the same theory. Then I'm gonna grab a hammer and just bash this thing flat, or into a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna do the front, bottom, and back. Then the sides, I may do something separate for the sides and rivet nut them on or something. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. So let me get this cleaned up, do my little relief cuts, and I'll get right back to you guys again. The next thing I have to do is try to bend the aluminum. I scored it. The thing with aluminum is you have to heat it to a certain temperature in order for it to be malleable. I do not have a means to heat this thing. My heat gun is not going to get hot enough. I kind of need an open flame. But the other thing with aluminum is if it is bent fast, then it should be good. If you bend it slow, that's when it cracks. So I'm gonna take this piece of aluminum, try to put it on the edge of my wall, or even a 4x4 square. Try to smack it and see what I come up with. I'm not sure which way I'm gonna make the lines fold, if I'm gonna make it fold on itself or away from itself. I really don't know. I'll just try both ways and see what happens. So let me strap the GoPro onto my head and go from there. Ow, that's not gonna work. Well, that's kind of the idea. What am I doing? Wow. Wow. Okay. That's not gonna work. Holy cows. That's not gonna work. Okay, this thing is kicking my butt. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll stack two 4x4s on each other and try to smack it like that. Let me beat the heck out of this thing off camera, and hopefully I'll get back to you guys. All right, well, so far so good. This is what it looks like. After all that banging, and this is kind of what it's gonna look like, right? And then this comes up here like this. See, like that. I'm gonna have this much more room. Look at that, my whole hand can fit in here, my whole arm. So I just need to make a template for the sides, and that should be it. Template for the sides. I'm gonna put some riv nut screw bolts, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna use the factory hole here. Yeah, right there. I may put 1 or 2 more, I don't know, we'll see. But let me put the sides on. I'm gonna make a template for the top, and it's gonna fold over, and then I'm gonna either rivet it to the sides or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not too sure what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make my vision come into life. Anyway, let me make the templates for the sides, and I'll get back to you guys again. Well, the sides are done, but it looks like the sun is going down. I'm tired already, and this is kind of what the sides look like. I made it out of cardboard, and the only thing I need to do now is find some scrap pieces of aluminum, transfer the pattern onto the aluminum, cut that out, make some ears for the side. I'm gonna bend the ears and probably screw it or rivet it all along the side. Okay, well, time to continue tomorrow. I guess that's it for today. I'm tired, I'm beat. I shall see you guys tomorrow. Okay, day number 2. It's hot. It's, oh my god, it's miserable. Not as bad as the mainland, but crazy hot. Time to draw the pattern, cut out the sides, so time lapse. Alright, so everything is cut out. I grinded it, I marked it, and made little chamfer marks or relief cuts or whatever you want to call it, break lines. And that's where I'm gonna fold it. Then I'm gonna just put it at the edge of a table or brick or something, and smack the ears down. These ears will fold over, and then I'll either rivet or screw it onto the main part. I haven't decided yet, but let me put these on the edge of the wall and smack them to a 90 degrees so they can be fitted on. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, well, this is what it looks like, and this is what it's going to look like on the finishing product. Alright, next I'm gonna drill some holes, put some rivets in, and that should be it. Couldn't have done it any better. So I'm gonna drill, rivet all the rest of them, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finally done with this. So I'll be right back. All right, it's riveted. This thing is solid. So next thing to do is to cut out the bottom. Cut the bottom out and then just screw that piece that I made onto here, and that should be it. So let me cut this out and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Before I cut it, the first thing I'm gonna do is drill a couple holes, starting with a small bit, then going up to a 3/8. Then I'm gonna use my riv nut and put some riv nuts in. So let me drill those holes first. Ooh-wee. Oh man. Okay, no turning back, time to cut it. The sun is going down, so I need to get this done fast. All right, that is it. I am tired. Stick around for tomorrow. I'm tired already. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, finally the next day, time to get this thing back in. Before I put it in, I forgot one last thing besides the lens is dirty again. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is just drill 2 or 3, maybe 3/8 holes inside the bottom, and that's gonna allow this thing to drain properly, and if water, junk, mud, whatever gets inside. The stock one had 2 holes. I'm gonna put 3 and see what happens. Okay, so let me drill those holes and then I can finally get to screw this thing back in. All right, I drilled the holes in the bottom. One other thing, I had to notch the front part of it for the hole. There's a riv nut that needs to be mounted in. So I had to notch the front part. Now I can put it back in. I don't think I can reach underneath by myself to try to put this thing in. So what to do? I need to find someone to help me. I'm gonna look for someone to help me put this in. I might have to ask my grouchy old friend to help me. Not something I like to do. In fact, this might be kind of interesting. I won't tell him that I'm recording, and I may let you guys listen and hear. This guy is really grouchy. Everybody knows a grouchy old guy. This is one of them. So let me see if I can find him. Hang on. What? Charging it.
Oh. What the fuck's that? Oh, when you do your...
So I cut this out. I made that. I need you to hold this. Take these little screws and screw it into the holes. See the holes? I'm gonna put this underneath.
Oh, is this what you need the metal for?
What metal?
The sign?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like a little compartment that you have, eh?
I'm making it bigger. It's gonna be this much bigger. So I'm gonna go underneath, try to push it up, and you just use these screws, the shiny ones.
The shiny one.
Yeah.
And put them through.
Yeah.
Put them through where?
You're gonna put it through these holes, and it's gonna line up with these riv nuts.
Oh, okay, okay. So you gotta tell me, otherwise I'm gonna put them back in the plastic. Yeah?
I figured I'd catch you now before you get all grouchy later this afternoon.
That's why you gotta do it now. Have me do it now. Cause you know later I'm gonna be grouchy as shit. I'm grouchy already because I hurting. Now how am I supposed to get up? Where's your step? You. Oh, ouch! Yeah.
Okay.
Getting the back ones first.
Anyone, just tell me which way to turn it. Up, down, left, right.
It's good right now, I think. You got it threaded already, huh?
Yes, it's called rib nuts.
Alright. Did you? You didn't.
What? You might have to angle it a little.
No, it's just that
Or out later. See? Now I got a big,
yeah.
I can fit tons of crap in there.
Well, it don't leak.
It don't matter if it leaks. It's meant to leak. That's why I had to drill weep holes in the bottom, so water drain holes.
So you're gonna be putting shit in it that you don't care if it get wet.
Yeah, that's what it's designed for. Okay.
So you want to put a gun or...
You can't say I'm gonna put a gun in there.
No key or something.
Yeah, I can stash my keys now.
I'm talking about a key.
Well, that went extremely well. Usually he is super grouchy, yelling, and we're fighting all day. It's kind of makes the day kind of fun. Anyway, yeah, it came out really freaking great, really awesome. Now I can put things like maybe a screw gun in there. Oh my god. This is an awesome project. I should think about trying to maybe make a bunch of these, try to sell them. I don't know. I have to make some renditions of this and refine it a little. But this is a damn good project of mine. Okay, let me clean up everything, throw all my junks in there, give you guys a final review. You know, I want to take it back out so I can paint it. I mean, I really don't need to paint it because no one's ever going to see it, and who cares if it gets dirty. But I may decide to take it back out and paint it. But yeah, other than that, it came out super good. There's a lot of space. I can fit a screw gun in there. Let me show you guys. Alright, so that's a win for me. This project came out super good. I just need to clean up a little bit here and there, and there's no point in sealing it. Like I said, water is designed to go in and come out. That's how it was from the factory. And the board, the cover plate still works. It looks factory. You can't tell what I did. Underneath, there's a lot more space underneath. I could have made it even bigger. Here, let me show you guys. I may do the other side. I don't know. That actually was a lot of work. I don't think I want to do the other side. But yeah, that's it for now. Let me clean up and paint everything, and we should be done. So hang on, I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Painted. Now to install it for one last time. I could use a little blue Loctite on the bolts, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let me get this in for one last time, and that should be it. Finally done. All right, now I can fit a screw gun. Now I can fit a ton of things in here. This is the way the truck was supposed to have came from the factory. Why it did not, I have no idea. Best of all, the door goes back on and locks the way it's supposed to. Perfect. All right, that is it for this project. It turned out really good, really awesome. I may do the other side, I don't know yet. I might even think of trying to somehow patent this idea of mine, or I don't know, find a better way to have the box welded. Maybe one of the local welding companies can weld it for me, or hopefully if I ever learn how to weld, I can actually make one that's super good and probably get out to everyone else. But I don't know, that's just my thinking. Anyway, that is it for this project. I'm tired once again. I shall see you guys on the next project. Hopefully this weekend. I would love to get to do the King's shocks and the rear leaf springs for this truck. It's been sitting in the back of my house for the past 3 months, collecting dust, just getting mangled in the back of my house. So I need to get that going. Hopefully I'll get that this weekend and start a video on that. All right, so that's it for this project. I shall see you guys on the next one.